Okay, hier steht irgendwas vom Keller, Naturkatastrophen, illegalen Aufstand. Jetzt befinden wir uns im Krieg und so weiter und so fort. Das ist der Administrationscode. Nochmal Nachrichten.
It was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
Äpfel? Wovon redest du?
Is that not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
Warum hast du das Gewächshaus geplündert?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays.
Ihr müsst am Verhungern sein, wenn ich für was zu essen euer Leben riskiere.
Starving? Hardly. We have greater stores of strength than you suppose. This hunger is a momentary distraction, nothing more.
Es ist keine Frage der Stärke, sondern der Biologie.
Do not speak of biology to me, interloper. We are not the same. I am built in accordance with the paradigm. And you are insubstantial, weakened under the burden of choice.
Ich habe den Mut, wenn es drauf ankommt. Etwas, woran es dir wohl fehlt.
Courage is only the self-delusion of the inept. Competency is a far better trait, and we in the Protectorate have that in spades, I can assure you.
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it?
Du solltest oben warten, Soldat. Ich kümmere mich darum.
Please, stay. It would please me to end the lives of 2 invaders as opposed to 1.
Not very copacetic, are you folks?
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead.
Ihr seid wirklich alle gehirngewaschen, oder?
Spare me your insults. They mean less than nothing coming from the mouth of a corporate pet.
Das bedeutet wohl, dass du auch nicht in Erwägung ziehen würdest, dich Antio's Choice anzuschließen, oder?
I would sever my own hands at the wrist rather than sign a corporate contract.
Ich fasse es mal als Nein auf. Würdet ihr akzeptieren, Kriegsgefangene zu sein?
A generous offer. But we prefer to die in the service of the sovereign.
Was deine Soldaten so lange beschützt, wirft nicht jetzt ihr Leben weg.
You must think highly of your skills to believe you would come out on top during an engagement. But undoubtedly there would be casualties. Very well. With so many invaders yet to slay, I would be remiss to relinquish our lives in such an unworthy duel. We surrender. For now.
That was some slick talking. Can't believe you got them to surrender without firing a shot. I thought for sure we'd have to blast our way out of here. Guess I had this mystery all wrong. Small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish.
Ich urteile nicht. Erzähl mir.
I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish.
Ach was, es ist hart, Menschen zu verlieren, die einem wichtig sind. Wir alle trauen auf unterschiedliche Weise.
I appreciate that. Never really talked about the direction of my thoughts on this topic with no one before. Wow, it's like I'm lighter. Thank you for everything. Truly.
I've nothing to say to you.
What more could you
interloper.
want from us?
Why do you linger? Do you enjoy watching us so abased?
Is it me, or has my ankle been squeaking? You can hear it too, right? Must be the damn rotator again. Anyway, need something, Commander?
Wir reden später.
Emmeline will be pleased not to have to worry about her and such going missing anymore.
Pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled.
Warum stellen wir uns nicht erstmal vor? Ich bin der Gunnar.
I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. He will protect our fair town from his feral brethren in the wilds. Theoretically. Officer Carr has been in a state waiting for me to train the raptidons to, maul on command. It's rather pressing, and alas, one scientist turned tamer can only do so much. One might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort. And with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be fisticuffs.
Ah, klingt für mich nach typischem Manager-Hickhack in einem Konzern.
No, I don't believe it is. That's what the Protectorate announcers wanted us to believe anyway, before Auntie showed us the truth. No, this is quite abnormal, I'm sure. Anyhow, all I know is that if they were to begin working with each other, the mood in town would certainly be merrier. Or something akin to it.
Moment mal, du gehörst zum Protektorat?
Well, I was a subject once. Despite my talents, the plan dictated that I should be relegated to programming cleaning mechs. Bah. But then, Auntie's choice came along and offered to transform our lives for the better. I chose to accept. And look where I am today. Over the last year, I have climbed the rungs of my division through the sheer merit of my work. I have finally earned the respect I was always due.
Ich kann es dir kaum verübeln, dass du auf deine neue Position stolz bist.
So you must understand what my position exemplifies and why my work has become my pride. When I embraced Auntie's, I was given latitude to better myself. My dreams and abilities were my only limit. That's the beauty of Auntie's choice. Everyone can make of their lives what they wish. Ask any of the other Protectorate subjects who converted, and they'd echo my words. When one can allow their ambitions to show, that is true freedom.
Das klingt, als hätte uns Joyce dich gerettet.
They did. I was in a dreadful state before the invasion. I fear I was close to disappearing myself. The Sovereign claims to provide for all of our needs. But without freedom and autonomy, I could not find happiness. In any case, I do hope I've satisfied your curiosity. The war effort and liberating the rest of the Protectorate waits for no one, you understand?
Was ist mit Kaur und Mill Street? Es scheint Spannung zwischen ihnen zu geben.
If you too have spotted the chasm between them, I fear the Protectorate have already pinpointed the way with which to exploit it. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner.
Warum können sie sich nicht einigen?
The fact is that those two never got along particularly well, even under the best of circumstances. One wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew.
Ich verstehe die Frustration der Offizieren kaum. Deshalb habe ich zugestimmt, ihr zu helfen.
Then her hands will be tied no longer. I suppose I can find relief in that. Some may think it too cruel to use Officer Carr's methods to strike the enemy while they are down. But I have come to believe there may only be one way to truly defeat an enemy such as the Protectorate. She believes this as well.
Jawohl.
I wish you luck, as it were. We seem to very much need it.
Might I have a word, Commander?
Keep them coming. I can do this all day. Loading surplus rounds.
I must say, I have many reservations about this. The Protectorate has always provided for us. For what reason would we forsake such a stable and safe way of life?
Because, friend, with the Protectorate, you're only surviving. With Aunties, you'll be thriving.
So your superiors order you to thrive?
No. It's just something you can do on your own. You'll have bosses and employers, but it's up to you to get yourself to the top and make yourself the employer.
I see. And why would I want to do such a thing? Surely my assigned place would provide me with all the necessities of life?
Yes. But you could have more necessities, and even some unnecessaries.
For what reason would I desire material possessions which are, by definition, unnecessary? And while we're on the topic, what are you potentially gaining from recruiting me?
Ah, that's one of the best parts, chum. When you sign someone else up, you get a bits bonus.
I see. This free market idea, seemingly not without merit. I'll require some time to ponder this.
Of course, friend.
It's not a totally baseless idea. That should totally be annihilated, just like all capitalist propaganda. Praise the matriarch! It's not a totally baseless idea. That should totally be annihilated, just like all capitalist propaganda. Praise the matriarch!
Engaging combat protocols. Confronting threat.
Okay, Kernbeobachtung, Moor, Kasernebewirkung, Kasernenbeobachtungsbericht, Schlaf, wobei seine Wort nach Aufgaben, Mysteriumklang, Kasernenwas.
I'll take fighting raps over living in a surveillance state any day of the week.
Ain't as tough as you thought. Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
No, you ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt.
Danke für die Warnung, aber ich komme schon klar.
Meant no offense. You ain't one of Auntie's, and from the look of things, the Protectorate here didn't put up much of a fight. Me and Raptidons, we're well acquainted. I know their patterns, behaviors, attacks. Know what gives them an edge around folk who ain't in possession of that knowledge. Which is why I gotta ask, what are you doing here?
Kommandant Kerr hat mich geschickt, meinen Weg in das ACR zu finden.
Oh, that's a high-profile target. Huh. If she entrusted that to you, then I reckon we're on the same side. Or something like it. I'm Inez Silung, Auntie's choice. Former combat medic in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Now, menial troubleshooter. Minister Milver Street of Fairfield sent me here to retrieve some information. Not my most exciting assignment, but suppose we can't expect much with the stalemate on this island. I'll admit I was eager for some good hunting around here. My arm, my graft, needs some bolstering. But if the raps here are as weak as this one, it won't help me none.
Ich glaube nicht, dass ich schon mal einer Transplantantsoldatin begegnet bin.
If you had, you'd know. Unless you're accustomed to seeing folk roaming around with exposed muscle fibers or stunted extra limbs on their backs.
An sowas Ekliges würde ich mich definitiv erinnern.
Who knows? Maybe you'll find the unsightliness rather charming once you get used to it. Though, most folk don't. I'm considered a liability. My graph's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. It was a total failure. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now.
Und jetzt suchst du die Chance, das Gegenteil zu beweisen. Kommt es hin?
I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn contract. Unless I can amend it so I might fix my graft, proving myself ain't happening anytime soon. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones.
Du hast eine Abteilung für verbesserte Soldaten erwähnt. Könnte die dir nicht helfen?
No. Enhanced Soldier Division was the fancy public-facing name for the grafting program. And when I say it was shuttered, I mean completely fucking demolished. Bet they'd erase it from the financial records if they could. It was that much of an embarrassment. In the wake of such a failure, it's left us grafted folks with no support. I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for a time. She's a good one.
Hast du sie Hilfe gebeten?
She's bound by contract to work on whatever task Fairfield's illustrious leader set her to, nothing else. But she also ain't quite got the hang of the employment thing.
Hoffentlich läuft alles glatt für dich. Vielleicht sieht man sich ja.
Get the feeling you will. Go on now. There's probably plenty of Protectorate info waiting to be scooped up if you're keen. Just mind the raps. I got what I came for, so I reckon it's time to see about my contract. Law knows I could use a lucky break.
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Auntie's choice.
Enthusiastically, neutralizing unfriendly providers and following acceptable.
Nobody around.
Emergency protocols ready. Entering a confrontational state. Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies.
Oh, I've been pushing to find debris, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. But void it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-protectorate, a good man. Tracked him to Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit? Brief one, of course.
Ich hätte nichts dagegen, deinen Freund kennenzulernen.
Not sure he'd still consider me such, but that's part and parcel of the reason I want to see him. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe.
Was ist zwischen euch vorgefallen?
After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the protectorate catch wind of an Earth-Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action.
Hört sich an, als hätte dich in eine schwierige Lage gebracht.
Wasn't like I didn't want to take things farther. Hit the protectorate where it hurt. But I still had my cover to think of too. I couldn't risk disrupting the mission.
Ich respektiere, dass du die Mission trotz allem an erster Stelle setzt. Das ist Hingabe.
I'd feel better about that commendation if things hadn't turned out as they did. We worked hard, but the protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the protectorate's boot.
Du hast versucht, das Richtige zu tun. Das ist, was ein Agent des Erd-Direktorats tun sollte.
Guess some of what you said way back when stuck. All that talk about putting people first. Figured that's what I was doing. Putting a stop to all the pain I was causing. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him, till recent.
Es gibt keine bessere Zeit als die Gegenwart, um Fehler der Vergangenheit wieder gut zu machen. Lass uns zu deinem Freund gehen.
Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet. Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there.
Was haben wir hier? Ministerium der Zuständigkeiten. Bitte folgenden Pass für Ausdrucken. Feldbericht.
Engaging combat protocol.
primed.
Unbereinigter Bericht, Raptionen nähern sich die Grenzen. Okay. Forschungsfilm verschlungen von... Was? Eine Gruppe von Forschern, intern als Krebsler-Enthusiasten bekannt, ist auf der Spur des Skelettkrebslers an der Küste von... Okay. Aktuelle Standards und Bereinigung, gewordene Plage. Krieg.
Great. First they're in the walls. Berichte, nein, zum Stammverzeichnis, Aufweisung des Kommunen, spare nicht mit der Route, ich überarbeite die Lehre, ja.